What is up, guys? In this video we'll be discussing a little bit more about how you can use functions in objects and also how you can create a constructor function that will help you with creating more objects much easier and more personalized. So the first thing we're going to do is create another example of user. So we're going to type in let user, and that's going to equal first a name, which this time is going to be even, and then it's going to have some skills, which is going to be coding. Now we're also going to create a function, which we are going to call introduction, and that's going to be a function, and we can just define it like that. And inside here, we can write whatever code we want. We can even insert another function if you want, and we just will insert a log, which will say this dot name plus we'll insert some quotation marks and this weird pipeline plus this dot skills. So as you can see right here, it's just going to introduce the person that we have right here. Now, if we go ahead and type in user.introduction, you will notice that in the console, we will have even pipeline coding. So that's a very simple way you can add some functions to an object. You can insert any function you want in there. And in a way, you could even say it's similar to a getter and a setter, and it's another way to do things, but that's up to you. You choose how you'd like to do it. And now we can move on to how we can simplify the creation of objects using constructor functions. So to create a constructor function, we have to start by typing function, and this time we are going to use an uppercase letter for the naming convention. And inside here, we can add some parameters, such as name and age. Now inside here, we need to refer to the local variables, which is going to be this dot name is going to equal the name at the top. And then we can go this dot age is going to equal the age at the top as well. So we can initialize these variables in the local object. And then inside here, we need to create another function, which is going to be very similar to the one we did earlier. So it's going to be this dot introduction is going to equal a function, and this function is going to do the same thing as earlier, which is log this dot name plus empty quotation marks plus this dot age. So it's just going to return both of the values that we've created with this object. Now you might be wondering, so what was the point of this? How can we use this? But for example, let's go ahead and create a user. We're going to write let even, which is going to be a user of even, is going to equal a new user. And of course, the name is going to be even, and the age is going to be 37. Now, if we go ahead and log who even is, you'll notice in the console that we have created an object of even that has an age of 37, and so on. But let's go ahead and create another user as well. We're going to write let Samu is going to equal new user, and the name is going to be Samu, and the age is going to be 18. Now we can go ahead and use the introduction function that we have created inside the object for both of these users. So to do that, all we have to do is refer to the object name and type in introduction and call it as a function. And we are going to do the same thing for Samu. So introduction, parentheses, and now when we click on save, you'll notice that it will call this function for each one of these objects. So this can really simplify object creation. As you can see, I created two users with the same template, and all I had to do is insert the name and the age, and the function will be the same for both of them. And one more thing I want to show you before we finish this is if you want to create an extra value for these people, such as you want to give even a special ability, such as even.ability, you can write invisibility. Just by adding a random property that does not exist inside the object, we'll create it. So now we can go ahead and type log, and we can log even. You'll notice we'll get an object that has the name, the age, the function of introduction, and a new property that says invisibility. And that was essentially the basic way you can create an object using a constructor function. It saves you a lot of time in the long run, and it's just nice to have around. So I hope this tutorial helped. If you have any questions, as always, you're more than welcome to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. But with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.